I know what you're thinking. This channel is called Beyond Tokyo Tales, so what are we doing in the middle of Tokyo? Here's the thing. Roppongi isn't really Tokyo. Or at least, it's not the Tokyo most people picture. It's a neighborhood so cosmopolitan, so layered with art, international energy, and hidden corners that it almost feels like its own world entirely. A machi no naka no machi, a city within a city. At the heart of it all stands Mori Tower, 54 floors of ambition, and by night the whole hills complex transforms with Tokyo Tower glowing in the distance doing things that never get old. Rooftop spots, doraemon installations, Christmas markets, Fuji-san on a clear day, Roppongi contains multitudes. And today we're here for Hanami, cherry blossom season, under the Sakura. But before we get there, we need to eat first. So let's go find some tabemono. So, lunch? Yeah, we didn't exactly go casual. This is Teppanyaki 10, born out of Ginza 6, one of Tokyo's most refined teppanyaki counters. You sit right there, close enough to feel the heat, watching the itame work the iron plate like it's second nature. Every move is deliberate. The steam, the sizzle, the timing. It's not just cooking, it's a performance. First up, a teppan-seared kale salad, crisp, light, and way better than it sounds. Then the Wagyu, pink salt, fresh wasabi, that sauce. Tabemono doesn't get much better than this. And to finish, a little Madeleine, citrus panna cotta, seasonal fruit. A proper way to end. And just like that, Sakura everywhere. This is the walk around Azabudai Hills into Roppongi, and during Hanami season, it completely transforms. The Japanese have celebrated cherry blossoms for over 1,000 years. There's even a word for the moment the petals fall. Hanafubuki, a flower blizzard. Up close to the Sakura here are Yoshino, the classic variety, soft pink, almost white, blooming for just 1 to 2 weeks a year. That fleeting beauty is kind of the whole point. And we're only just getting started, because around the next corner, it gets even better. Here we are, the Sakura Promenade around Roppongi Hills. And I want you to take this in for a second. This is a working street, cars, cyclists, people running errands, and yet it looks like this. That's what makes Tokyo's Hanami season so different from anywhere else. Nature doesn't pause the city just absorbs it. Roppongi Hills planted over 60 cherry trees across its grounds, and every spring this whole stretch becomes one of the most beautiful urban walks in Japan. The further you walk, the quieter it gets. This pedestrian path runs alongside the main road, and once you're under the canopy, the city noise starts to fade a little. You notice things. The way the branches reach across to each other, the pale pink against the gray sky. There's a Japanese concept called satoyama, and the idea of a landscape where nature and human life coexist in balance. Walking here, you feel it. Peak bloom, Mankai, typically lasts only about a week in Tokyo, usually early April. So catching it right, like this, takes a bit of luck, a bit of planning, and checking the weather obsessively, like every Japanese person does from February onwards. The Japan Meteorological Corporation actually publishes an official Sakura forecast every year. People plan holidays, picnics, and dates around it. And then you hit these pockets of complete stillness. No one around, just the path ahead, petals drifting down. This is what Hanami is really about, not the crowds or the beer, though those are good too. It's this, a moment to just stop and notice something beautiful that won't be here next week. Look at the ground. Fallen petals everywhere. That's Hanafubuki, the flower blizzard. When the wind picks up and the petals let go all at once, it's genuinely one of the most magical things you'll ever see in person. The Japanese say the Sakura is most beautiful at the moment it falls. Everyone finds their own way to enjoy it. Some people stop to photograph. Some just sit on a bench and breathe it in. No agenda, no rush, just being here, under the Sakura, on a spring afternoon in Roppongi. Drop the next scene whenever you're ready. The Sakura walk brings us right into the heart of Roppongi Hills, Keyakizaka, the boulevard where cherry blossoms overhead meet Keaton and luxury cars at street level. That tower is Mori Tower, 54 floors, home to the Mori Art Museum on level 52, one of Asia's best contemporary art venues, and the Tokyo City View Observatory right alongside it. Over 200 shops and restaurants, a world-class art scene, and a skyline you can look down on. Think of it as Tokyo's vertical city, and only here do you get someone walking two perfectly dressed dogs past a luxury boutique under falling sakura petals. Right? We've earned a drink. First stop, Tusk Bar, and then Tensoso, for what might be the finest tempura in the city. Tusk Bar. Dark, moody, perfectly Roppongi. That ice cube alone tells you everything about the attention to detail here. And this popcorn, I'm just going to say it, best popcorn in the world. Kanpai. This is Tensoso, and if you think tempura is just battered and fried food, the next 90 seconds are going to change your mind completely. Tempura has been part of Japanese cuisine since the 16th century, brought over by Portuguese missionaries, refined over 400 years into something that now sits comfortably alongside sushi and kaiseki as one of Japan's highest culinary arts. At this level, it's an omakase experience. Counter seating, the edamame working right in front of you, each piece fried to order and served the moment it leaves the oil. You don't wait, you don't share, you just eat. It starts with the ingredients. Look at that tray. Live kuruma ebi, seasonal vegetables, fresh fish. In Japan, the ingredient is the dish. The batter is there to enhance, never to mask. Cold water, minimal mixing, just enough to coat. The oil temperature shifts for every single piece, hotter for vegetables, cooler for delicate fish, precise for the ebi. This is the shokunin approach, a lifetime spent mastering one thing. The sake pairing in those beautiful tin vessels, and that's Nusaku-style pewter from Toyama, which keeps sake at the perfect temperature longer than ceramic. Every detail considered. Then comes the ayu, sweet fish, a Japanese summer classic. Then abalone, which at this level is extraordinary. Piece by piece, the season unfolds on that celadon plate, and it ends the way all great Japanese meals should: tendon, pickles, and a quiet cup of matcha. Ichiju sansai, one soup, three sides, simple, perfect, complete. Roppongi, Sakura, Wagyu, Tempura, and the world's best popcorn. If you want me to talk more about food or drinks, leave a comment below. Mata ne!